So here we go. We're going up into a Reg F ladder tour. The ladder is starting right now. Lucky Wolf is a host of this tournament. We're going to be rocking Urshifu Water. We're going to be rocking Torn, Shenpao, Dragonite, Flutter. I like Pow because they don't have Intimidate, right? Because they do not have Intimidate, Pow is very usable. Pow Knight is good. If I go Pow Knight, what do you do? Ninetales stuff? Do I care? What if I just went like... This gives me immediate speed control and threatens to win the game on turn 1. Pow mid game. Ursh close combat close versus all those neutral damage and everything that's not Dogi. Sounds good to me. Like, but also like because they're like big rain guys, I can just go Torn and put up the rain, but that would power up the Ogre Pawn. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this one. Let's try this. Let's see what happens here. Sinishaj is not very usable in Reg F compared to Reg H, right? It's not like play some more Reg F. You realize like Sinishaj is usable, but it's not like Amoonguss, right? And Amoonguss is just better in a lot of situations. So let's see. We're procking the Protosynthesis here. Let's see if that's Protosynthesis on the gouging or not. It is. So it's gonna be speed, I'm sure. But let's see if it's attack. Speed, awesome. So we can, dude. I'm just gonna pop something, bro. Alright, so we can Icy Wind to drop speed on gouging, and then that might drop the gouging speed low enough to where I could come in with stomping. Oh, I could just rip this, dude. Dude, I ain't doing anything else today. Like, this stomping tantrum's cool, but it's only at 150. This is death. Giga death. Let's go, bro. Degeneracy. Dude, he's gonna Burning Bulwark me so hard. But I'm just gonna hit the Oki, bro. I'm just gonna Oki these. Show me what you work with out here. Come on. Come on. Go for it, bro. Let's see it. Oh, they're taking the full timer. Oh, man. This is the most important turn of their life. Let's see if they go for the defensive play. Nope. Awesome. Damage. Cool. Alright, Dragon, I messed him up. How? Alright, cool. They are still faster because Gouging Fire does have a higher base speed than Dragonite, but someone's about to get popped, bro. Outrage! Let's go! Dude, that's so sick. Dude, I freaking love that. Yo, pop it like it's hot. Poison Jab, don't care. Don't care. Go nuts. That's stab neutral. That's crazy. Cool. So you're going to come in with Ninetales, right? So I think that this is probably the best Pokemon to use in that situation. But we're going to find out. It might not be. Because I don't really have... Like, Ursh is okay. Articuno instead. Alright, so then they maybe have Ninetales in the back. Whoever gets hit with this Outrage is actually dead. Do I need to save Terra on anything? Or would, like, this be a really good play? I'm going to... I'm going to do a defensive play for one turn and see if it bites me in the butt. Because we know you're pivoting out the Okidogi for the Ninetales, and you're going to try to activate the weather to go for a big Blizzard and KO my Dragonite. But Dragonite should outspeed your Articuno. And I don't think they go Fairy Tale Articuno, but if they do, they're gamers. But if they do, then like I can just come in with like Ursh and pin that. It's double dip ice. That's why I didn't want to go for the ice spinner. So if anything, you saw me hovering with the you saw me hovering Throat Chop. So let's see it. Survey says, let me pop that Articuno. Let's go! Look at this damage, dude! Oh, it's not a KO, right? But it's basically a KO. That's so much damage, dude. Blizzard, dude, don't care. TY. I think we lose our Dragonite here because I think that's Specs Articuno. And that's fine. We want to open up the spot for Ursh to come in. Yep. Cool. And we come in with the Ursh. Now let's see. We have Terra. Articuno has Snow Cloak. So, like, what we can do is just rip, like, a Throat Chop here and a Surging Strikes into a second Surging Strikes into Ninetales. I think that's probably our best play. We just have to hit the Articuno with the Throat Chop, which is easier said than done in some situations. But we're going to do our best. We're going to do the best we can out here. Somebody has to do it. I don't think that the right play would be to... I wish I had Rock Slide. Normally I do run Rock Slide on Ursh, and that would be clutch in this situation. But let's see. Surging Strikes into Ninetales, just stick that damage. Sort of ruin Shred. It's still boosted by the defense boost on the Weather, but you see we're putting him within range to get a double KO. I doubt that they have Freeze Dry. Throat Trap does miss. We lose the game. GG's. GG's. We lost. Snow Cloak, kind of nice. Aurora Veil, wrong move. But, like, I guess I have shots to win if you make the wrong move. Because I don't care if you use Blizzard. You're Spexed, right? You're not Snow Cloaked, right? So I can still just crit through all of that. I get one more shot at redemption, chat. You crit me, too. Wow. And you froze me. No way. Oh, my gosh, dude. I'm so lucky, bro. I make the right plays. I get punished by RNG. I get crit, and then I get frozen, bro. Sheesh. This is not a Christmas Day miracle, right? This is not the Christmas Day miracle that I was looking to have today. It is not. I need to thaw right here. Dude, what the heck? That's GG's. GG's! Miss, crit, and froze. All in one turn. Miss, crit, and froze. Damn. Shiny Quag, did we play against you last round? GG's. Never lucky, man. Never lucky, dude. Never lucky. Holy shit, dude. This format's... It's swinging. It's swinging right off the rip here. Miss. Freeze. Crit. One turn. For making the right play, too. That's the thing, is like, we made the right play. That's a very standard-looking team, too. I like that. I like the Reggie Lucky there, too. So we can't actually match them on speed. The best thing that we could do here is probably... I mean, we could match on speed if we wanted to go Torn Flutter, which is rough. But I don't mind Torn Flutter. Torn Flutter gives me a lot of options with, like, a mid-game Ursh. Depends on if they have Ogerpon back there, though. If they do have Ogerpon, that could be an L. I don't know how I feel about Dragonite. I don't think I like Dragonite. I think the right player, those two. Well, let's just see what happens. Yeah, let's see it. All right. So we're both going Torn Flutter here. Oh, who comes out on top in this one? Where are the marbles dropping out here? This is a dicey... Oh, look at this. This is actually... Look at this lead. We're like, I chose speed. Speed... Oh, that's a different Flutter. That Flutter is not booster, so it's sashed, right? Let's see if they, like, want a speed tie. They're pivoting out the Flutter. They don't want to deal with this. Okay. Indeedee. Cool. That's fine. Indeedee is a weird choice on that team. Let's see what they want to do. I don't particularly care about that Tornadus. And they show Psy-Seeds, which means they don't have Mental Orb or anything like that. Tailwind, so they're faster than my Torn here, or that's a speed tie. But now they're going to be slower. If I can, I'd really like to be able to hit this Icy Wind. It'd be really important to be able to see what item the Torn has. Great damage on Torn. Speed drop. Speed drop. Perfect. Alright, we're going to use another one, another Icy Wind in a sec. So we are going to, let me think. I'm probably going to Bleak Wind and Icy Wind. Sorry, Bleak Wind, sorry. We're going to Bleak Wind and Taunt, because we do not want to get Trick Roomed at this point. And they can't taunt us with their Torn. Helping Hand. Oh, he's trying to rip damage out here. Sheesh. That's fine. There's a taunt to be able to make sure they can't TR. Cool. Double hit Bleak Wind is nice. A lot of damage there. They can go for a lot of damage back at us, but like they're not going to hit it because we're gamers. Oh, nice. You should an Oko Flutter here. Nice. Speed drop would suck, but it's not the end of the world. Cool. That's going to be a lot of damage. Let's realistically think what we need to do in this situation. You cannot follow me, so I can just go Moonblast into that, and I can just Rain Dance right here. And the value of Rain Dance here is it's going to make sure all my other moves are going to hit, and it's going to enable my Ursh. I don't really need to hit your Entity right now, so I'm going to Rain Dance, and I'm just going to Moonblast your Torn. I don't want to miss an Icy Wind. Ooh, and then something's pivoting in on a big Moonblast. Is it Chiyu? Yeah, it is. It's almost like I played the game. How did I know that it was Chiyu as the last spot? Crazy, bro. It's almost like that's one of the reasons why I Rain Danced. So you're weaker. And that could still be Scarf Chiyu. I really like that they are protecting their Torn in that situation, but I think we're going to be in a good spot. Great damage there. Remember, this Entity cannot follow me. It's kind of stuck here. So now we're going to be able to bring in our Ursh. Ursh is probably right. Pow might be just a little bit better. I do like the Pow here, actually. So let's go Pow. Pow's going to be able to pin the Entity. Remember, there's no follow me involved, but I'm not just going to bring out my Ursh into a potential Psychic Scarf Chiyu, right? I can just delete the Entity, right? And I can just delete the Chiyu. We have the right Terra if we want to, have Dark Terra there if we need it. So we're just going to Bleak Wind here, and we're just going to Throat Chop the Entity. They can rip a Terra if they want, but they still can't follow me. So they're going to be able to, they're going to lose both their Mons this turn, I believe. Pivot out Chiyu, cool, yeah. The Torn's low. They've shown a lot of their Mons already. There's the Torn. So Torn's going to get foddered, which means we're going to have speed control for the rest of the game. Double pivot of the Entity out as well. They already showed what this one was. It's going to be the Flutter main. Yeah, so they're going to take a lot of... They're going to lose that Flutter, I think, too. So Throat Chop's big damage here. There's that Sash and the Flutter. Remember, the value of that Rain Dance, but we said a couple turns ago, was just so we always hit these moves. So you have Chiyu in the back, or you have an Entity in the back that now can click Follow Me if it wants. You can also flip on a Terra, but I think that just Bleak Wind just full sends this and we get the win. I just have to defensively Terra my Tornadus to make sure we don't get crit by a Dark Pulse, and we should be fine. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. When things all come together, it all works. I just gotta shake off the rust, shake off the freezes, right? Just shake the freezes away, right? I think I am going to go for the big Bleak Wind. I'm going to go for the Dark Terra Bleak Wind and an Ice Spinner into the Entity, because I think they might go like a Fairy Terra, and we're trying to anticipate that. Other common Terras on Entity are stuff like Water. Oh, it's Chiyu Terra. That's fine. Double Dip Fire. Okay. It is raining. It do be quite storming out here. Good luck, Chuck. I mean, I wonder how many overheats it's going to take to break this Torn. I think this is a pretty bulky Torn as well. But let's see. It looks like it is Scarf Chiyu being able to go faster than my Tornadus. But let's just see. I'm a big fan of Dark Terra Torn. I think it's a good mon in this format as well. Helping Hand. Oh, he's trying to rip it good out here. Ba-da-da-da-da. He must rip it. Ice Spinner. We are faster. It's not Scarfed. Okay. Almost gets that KO. Is it Specs? That'd be actually... I think Specs, Helping Hand, Overheat. I don't think Heat Wave gets the Torn in the rain, but Overheat might have. Yeah, Overheat would have probably got that. So let's see. Survey says he's orbed. Crazy. That's ridiculous. And then the Bleak Wind does rain true. Give me that KO. Cool to see, you know. I respect it. But we take those wins all the way to the bank. We're on the board. They tried to keep us down with that crit freeze miss turn. But I will not be denied. And I'm climbing. And we're going all the way to the top. Right? I'm pretty sure that the Torn is like Rocky Helmet or Mental Orb, because we never really saw like a Cloak or anything on it. Which means it might be like Cloak Aleki. And I'm starting to think they really are going to bring... I wonder if they are going to bring... Ogerpon here. They should have been bringing Ogerpon in that last one, but I'm going to lead the exact same way. I didn't even need to use my Ursh, and now that I know that that's not Scarf Chiyu, I don't have to be afraid of like Scarf Psychic. I think that we're in a really good spot to just like utilize Ursh correctly. We know that the Chiyu also has Fire Terra Double Dip. So let's see what happens here. I wonder if they're going to go like Torn Flutter again or Torn Aleki. That could be problematic, but let's see. Go to our run back game 2. Torn Aleki, there it is right there. It's almost like I play the game, boys. This is going to look really weird, but I am going to go with a double protect here. I want to see if that's Ghost, Terra, Torn, Tailwind, Explosion, Lucky. And I'm not behind if they want to set Tailwind. This will actually let me stagger the Tailwind. There's the Tailwind. And what? Volt Switch? Electro. Cool, that's fine. So we're actually faster than them. Do you have an option on min-maxing alphas and ZA? That's basically good enough. Like, you can just go catch them like that. So what we do here is we go Dark Terror to block the Prankster Taunt. We stagger the Tailwind back, and we know that, like, I think I can just get a KO on that Lucky here with Moonblast, so I'm actually just going to do that. And then Icy Wind to finish off if need be. Let's see what happens here. Because I'd like to just KO this Lucky here, if I could, you know? I don't want to miss an Icy Wind and just be out of luck. Big Moonblast. He's actually just at 1. He's not sashed, guys. The sash is on the Flutter. That's unfortunate, you know? That's unfortunate. And we get double Bleak Wind hit. Alright, that's not terrible. We save the Flutter because Flutter's still faster than Torn, and then we're going to bring out Pow. Yep. I believe we bring out Pow too because, like, yeah, I think that Pow's probably right because we want to save the Ursh in the back as long as possible. There's the Bleak Wind. We're going to make that auto hit for them. Now, I could bring out Ursh, but Ursh isn't actually faster than a max speed Alecki, right? So that's why we have to bring out Pow. And if they pivot out Torn for Invidee, they get a lot of value out of that. A lot of, like, I think we just lose if that happens. So much so that I might just want to protect here. Yeah, I like this play. Yep, I super vibe with that. I'm not just going to give you stuff. I'm not just going to give you both of my monster every time. I knew the Invidee was there somewhere, right? That's so good for me. So we're just going to stick damage in on Torn, hopefully, maybe. We'll see. If not, it's completely fine. I get to bring out Ursh regardless. And then I need to really pick and choose what I'm locking into. Nice. Great damage there. I'll take that damage. Give me that right there. Gimme, let's go. Let's go. Oh, that's so good. Their Tailwind is now petered out, which means their Lecky's going to come out, and it's going to be slower than everything. Yo. There's the Lecky. Now, right now, I believe my Shenpao and my Flutter main are speed tying. But I think that we're fine. We're just going to Throat Chop here and just Icy Wind because they can follow me here. There's the follow me. Icy Wind should go off before the Alecki does anything. Yeah, I didn't know if they had they had not used Terra yet. If they were to go Fairy Terra there, they would have lived that. So I can miss this, but like I'm not gonna miss, bro. Not like this. Let's go. Let's go. We're coming back, man. We're gaming. This is what it looks like. Yo, we should have protected that Lecky that turn. Protect Tailwind would have been, or sorry, Protect Trick Room could have been good there. And there's the Chiyu last mon. And we know that it's not Scarfed, so, like, we're fine. Whew. Alright, so 80, doesn't really matter. Because if they want to Terra here, they will take the neutral Throat Chop. Yep, awesome. Should be enough to take it out right there. Both of our Pokemon are faster. Chiyu's not affected by the Sword of Ruin damage Shred from Shenpao, but it's still just a really good move. It's a neutral damage now instead of resisted. And I think we're going to get this. And remember, we still have the Urshifu in the back. Both games, it looks like we probably didn't need to show our Ursh. That's so much damage. And then remember, the Flutter Mane has the Electro Web stat drop, but we had a booster energy to counteract it, so we are still faster than a Life Orb Chiyu. So really good stuff. I'm happy that we were able to win that one with relative ease. And, you know, we're back in the green. And we're trying to make some W's happen. What if I were to go Amoonguss Dragonite into this? Amoonguss Dragonite mid-game Torn? Because, like, you have so much speed. I'm going to try this. I actually think Urshifu is bait here. I think Urshifu is bait. I don't think that there's a single way that, like, Urshifu comes in the map and says, like, you're good. But, like, this would mean that I auto-lose to Arc if I'm not playing the game correctly. Which is a risk that I'm willing to take to understand more of this matchup. I think that Arcanine on that team is normally an Amoonguss, which means normally you can hit that with Moonblast. It's just a really, really hard matchup. But let's see what they want to get done here. So hopefully, you know, we don't have to deal with this. Alright, give me one sec. Okay. 1 second. Doing some streamer stuff. Okay. So they let Flutter Mane Torn. It's a good lead. Flutter Mane Torn is solid. It pins me pretty hard. Yeah. Just for one turn. I need to do a little bit of damage here into this Torn. I didn't see if the Flutter Mane used Booster, but like it's completely fine if it did. It's going to be a 2-shot there for me, which is great. Sunny Day. Wow. Is this Specs? No Taunt, huh? I don't lose my Dragonite unless you Moonblast. Mystical Fire! Holy moly! Holy moly, bro! That's pretty raw, dude! Don't do me like that! Sheesh! Okay. Yeah, let's see if they play this correctly. There is a line that gets them out of this, but let's see if they do it. Oh, awesome. Alright, so they're gonna correctly bait out what we're doing. They have to pivot, right? Great swap into Amoonguss. I love that for them. And then when I go back into my Flutter, I'm gonna be Water Terra'd, so like it's really bad. But I am gonna be able to get your Torn out of this. So I vibe with this so far. Oh, protect. Cool. Yeah, I'm not losing anything for this then. That's just a really slow play for them. You're going to do what here? Yep. Let's try that. Yeah, it looks like his choice for sure. So the issue with this play for me is I'm going with the E-Speed play. You can swap back in that Flutter Mane, right? But there's like no way that you're not Rage Powdering this turn. And I want to see the Rage Powder. Because you have to Rage Powder away the Spore. And you are not ripping a Spore. Because otherwise I would have just Spored your Flutter. You know? Then you'd lose the game, 100%. See, you have to be Rage Powdering. Rage Powder go after E-Speed. That's so BS. That's so fucking BS. Because, like, my Amoonguss is... You would assume that my Amoonguss is faster than yours. But it's fine. Yeah, this is fine. I want to see if you're a Rocky Helmet. Rocky Helmet? No. Cool. Yeah, we eat those. Yep, that's fine. We're just gonna wait this out. Ooh, a Terra. There is a tournament later today. If you type tour, you can see it. It's right there. It happens in about 4 hours. Specs Flutter. And it's dazzling. Doing our best. You have to be, you can't be clicking protect Amoonguss. There it is, there it is, there it is. Like, you can't be protecting Amoonguss because, like, if I just spore your Flutter, like, you just lose the game there, right? So we taunt that. It could be rock, it could be mental. That'd be GG's, right? Awesome. So I can soak one D-Gleam here. Yep. And then Torn's gonna die. And I'm gonna have to go for a double protect to get out of this one. Torn hasn't even started its sleep turns yet, so it does not matter what we click. I guess I'd want a Tailwind if for something weird. I have to go for a double protect. That's my only out. It's the only out that I have is a double protect. If it's Arcanine here, we're screwed. Yeah, it's former Alpha, we're screwed. They brought the exact 4 mons for the situation. Great stuff from them. I don't think I can get out of this hole here. I mean, a double protect would still give me a lot of value, but like breaking the Arcanine now would be too tedious, I think. Yeah, I don't think that I can get out of that one. Double protect Spore Flutter into triple protect Spore Arcanine, and maybe they pivot for like 8 turns and flounder the game. That's my only shot, right? Yeah. Played out. Like if they like pivot out Arcanine for like a Amoonguss and I get a Spore, and then like I get a Taunt and then a Pollen Puff, like you see, like there are situations in which I can come back and have value, but they're so small. I don't see it as being a realistic way to win the game. But I do get the double. I get the first double protect. I think I do need to get a triple though. Shot is a shot. Yeah, we definitely taken him. Oof, that's so much damage. Rockslide has to miss or not flinch or something like that too. Because Amoonguss can't afford to take any more damage. That sucks. Alright. Damn, dude, I'm so unlucky, bro. Fuck. Like, all that and I get flinched, dude? Come on, dude. Why even give me hope? Why even let me have hope? Flutter main Ursh is good here. Flutter main Dragonite is also viable if I want to be a gamer. Dude, if I want to be a gamer, this is the lead. If I want a game, this is how winning is done. If Trick Room goes up, this is what that Regigigas is for. We're not bringing Ursh. Ursh is bait here in this one. Because, like, Water Terra on, like, any of those just kind of turn us off, right? So let's see what they want to do here. That is a cool team. Let's see if they can make some value happen here. You guys think that's Mental Herb or Uniclus? Yes or no? Yes or no? Mental Herb or Uniclus? You know what? Chat. Your boy, THATSAplusONE, was born into this world as a gamer. And I'll die a gamer. Gaming. Giga Chad. Giga Chad. The Impactu. Dos Impactu. The gaming button. The delete button. The win button. The easy button. Let's go. Where are you looking, homie? What you shooting over here? Protect? Oh, that's right, you better protect. Sheesh, what are you doing over here? Do I even care what that thing does? Like, I could have Icy Wind, I don't think I wanted to. I could have went Taunt, I don't think I wanted to. Tailwind's fine, I don't care. You're still slow. You're still weak. You still need more hatred. You need more hatred. I got hatred in spades. Because I'm just going to do it again, right? I didn't bring Torn, but I did bring some really good mons in the back. The right play would be to Icy Wind here. Would it? Gaming. That's right. Get out of here. Go on, get. Go on, get. Regigigas, huh? Good luck. That's right. That's a slow start. Moonblast. Ooh, look at that damage. It's a crit. That might be VGC. Skill swap. Dude, I don't care. And that's a fast. Is that overcoat? Dude, that's sick. What's he getting? Well, it doesn't say. I don't give a shit, dude. You're gone. Yeeted, bro. Yeet. Unless it's sashed? Yeah, delete button. Delete. Okay. Alright, let's see what they got. Let's see what else is going on over here. Because something else... Is that Raikou? That's actually really cool. Raikou's a good Pokemon. Now, I'm assuming that they have Overcoat now. Because that's like one of the better abilities. It could be Magic Guard, right? Just going to protect. Let them potentially take out the Dragonite. I wonder if they're like, what item is on the Gigas? Because it could be vested. With that much, like eating that much, they could definitely be vested. They can take out this Dragonite, dude. Dragonite ain't doing anything else. Like, Dragonite did its job. We ain't got nothing else that has to get done over here. You can double tap my Dragonite. I'm not going to let you, like, pop my Flutter with anything. Flutter would need crit to do stuff. Because they're blowing Terras on, like, defensive turns for me. That's great. What Terra? Ghost with the most coast to coast. Cool. I'm definitely not going to Giga Impact that slot now. I'll Giga Impact that Raikou. I wonder if they have like Terra Blast Ghost. That'd be kind of clutch. Drain Punch. Ooh. Oh, I hate that. That looks like AV Gigas to me. Oh, and you crit me back through my multi-scale. Dude, that's fair. That's fair. All's fair in love and war. Thunderbolt Dragonite. Yep. Cool. Now, I have a very big vibe that this person is in the chat. I have, like, an absolutely massive vibe that this person is in the chat. Like, they've played every single turn, and, like, every single protect and every single thing, like, they know what we're doing, right? So, we're gonna do the absolute gamer play, which is this. And we're gonna just block the screen here. This is why we can't have nice things. Let's see. All right. Here we go. We're not going to let you double up into the Flutter. We're just going to bring it back out after the Tailwind's done. Yep, absolutely acceptable. You can Thunderbolt this this good old-fashioned Amoonguss over here. Yep. See, like getting Flutter Mane like paralyzed off a Thunderbolt would be an L. Tailwind peters out. Bring out the POW. We don't know if the Raikou has Electro Web, but it's not that important. Because we're faster than Raikou is anyways. So even if Gigas wanted to do something like pivot to a Bombi or, you know, do anything weird, like this should be fine. And we already saw Raikou use Thunderbolts. If it's Scarfed, right, you know, it wouldn't be able to use anything weird. So Gigas goes down there. And then we redirect the Thunderbolt. Let's see if it's Electro Web. Or a Sphere. Yeah, see, we redirect those. Oh! He's Goggles! Dude, that sucks. Dude, that dude be sucking. Goggles, huh? Goggles gaming, I see. Wow, what a Chad. Okay. Now let's think about what we need to do to win this one. Because this is dicey, right? Goggles is spicy. Yeah, it's definitely unique tech. Give me a sec to check something. Rabombi has a couple different abilities, right? It's the no taunt, right? With like 18 seconds, I'm just trying to see. "10 seconds, huh? Try this. Because Flutter Mane can still 1v1 that Raikou, and like honestly, we can probably 1v1 there. Yeah, we're gonna try. He goes for the Tailwind. I'm sure you have Sweet Veil, but like, we're gonna see. No. Huh. Weird. What ability do you have? Do you have Shield Dust? Yeah, it's Shield Dust. I took a risk there. I took a risk and was rewarded. Risk and reward. Value hath been wrought today. So we're going to Pollen Puff here. And pivot out to our Flutter Mane. And just save the POW. Cool. If you Aura Sphere, that's fine. If you Thunderbolt, this will let me heal through that. Yep, there's the Thunderbolt. Good play. Don't pair, though. Nice. Now, I'm assuming that that Rabombi is sashed, right? 2 turns on Tailwind. Yep. This is a break sash. Just trying to think. A 1-turn sleep would be really bad here. No! Oh my gosh, I hate it, bro! Fake Tears my Flutter or Fake Tears the Amoonguss? Okay, that's fair. That's actually really kind of cool. Thunderbolt into his, don't get a crit, don't get a para. We're fine. Let's go. Nice. 1-turn sleep is so unfortunate. If they Fake Tears my Flutter, I probably would have lost the game. But we take these. Because now Tailwind is expired. And you can start hitting the Amoonguss, but like I don't really care. Big damage. Within range for Pal. Lamau. It's still Amoongus, bro. I guess you get to see if I'm Citrus if we play again, but we take these. Whew. We did it. We didn't lose to the Gigas thing. Feels great, man. Feels great to not lose to the Gigas thing. Alright. Cool. Battle was canceled. Wins up. Whew. Alright, so against this sort of team, Heatran is an issue, but I don't think it's like the end of the world. I wonder what they're really going to be doing here. I think we can probably get away with something like Torn. I think Torn is going to be good. I think Ursh is going to be good. I also think like Flutter could be very valuable here. I think Torn, Flutter. I like Dragonite here. I know that looks really weird, but I do like Dragonite, and I like Ursh. I don't think POW is the right play here. I think you have a little bit too much value for POW, and the fact that like they're in the stream right now means they can see everything that we're doing. We need to create situations in which they cannot outvalue, right? So POW trying to win a 50-50 mind game, that's not going to work there in the stream, right? Trying to win like a redirection Amoongus Terra game won't work there in the stream, right? So we need to create situations with like E-Speed, Scarf users, Speed Control, to where I don't care if you can Millennium Eye see what we're doing, we're just going to win in the first place. I think it's one of the reasons why, you know, I sometimes tend to use teams like this when I play on like other communities like ladder tours. It's just because like you never really know who's in the stream, right? And you just got to create situations that people like can't deal with. And when you do stuff like that, what you're doing is like you're effectively like capping your skill ceiling, because you're trying to make a lot of situations which you automatically beat XYZ leads. But you know, it is what it is. So Flutter and Heatran, solid. See how that's a perfect lead into this? You know what I mean? They're in the stream, so it's like I don't know what to say, right? But let's see what happens here. Protect is good. Rain Dance is acceptable into a Heatran. I don't need a Tailwind yet, so I will Rain Dance and Protect. And we're going to see what they want to do here. And then we're going to try and eventually bait out a Terra and come in with our Ursh and have value. I'd like to stick an Icy Wind on them eventually, but I don't want to just lose my Flutter on the first turn of the game. And I don't think that I'm going to lose my Tornadus. Regigigas is not, Regigigas is Reg F. It's not a Uber. There's the Rain Dance here. And so the value of Rain Dance here is like, I should be able to get away with Tailwind and Rain Dance and have the effectiveness of both. There's the Icy Wind. It's not going to affect our Cloak Torn. And let's see what the Heatran's doing. If it's subbing, that's unfortunate. Iron Defense. Cool. I have Ursh for later. And I have a big Dragonite. Big, meaty Dragonite. Yeah, Gigas is Reg F. Big damage. I don't need a Tailwind here. I can just soak your Icy Wind, since you don't really hit the Torn very well. And I don't really care if you want to stick a Flash Cannon into this Flutter, but I don't think you have it. I think your Body Press. Speed Drop would be great. We take those? Magma Storm. That's fine. I'm a Ghost. I can still swap. That's the value of Rain here. I don't want to lose my Flutter here, but at the same time, like, let's see what I want to do. Great Protect. Yeah, I like that for them. I'm not losing that much value here, though, because like I'm just getting up the Tailwind for later on in the game. Because now my Torn outspeeds their Flutter, right? And I can just send in my Ursh. Yep. Magma Storm can also just miss because that move is inconsistent. Awesome. So now I pivot in Ursh. Bleak Wind breaks Flutter. Cool. Let's see it. Let's see what happens. If they make a body press read or something on... They get a double. Wow. Cool. Works for me. I ain't that pinned. The double protect. Wow. Yeah, I'll take this free chip damage on Heatran who's not lefties. Wonder what item it is. Maybe like a Shuckaberry? Magma Storm the Torn. Again, it's not that impactful. Covert Cloak's a really good item. Except for when it doesn't work against this. I think that I actually just keep your Flutter honest and go for a Bleak Wind and a Surging. You're going to have to Terastallize that Heatran, and you're probably Dragon. If you're Water, you're Water. I can't deal with... Like, I don't have the tools to deal with that, but then you take neutral damage from Bleak Wind and Moonblast later. So, like, I feel like I'm going to be forcing your Terra at the cost of one of my Pokemon. And I'm going to be getting, hopefully, a lot of value for it as long as you're not hitting a triple protect with your Flutter main. That being said, you can see what moves I'm using, so feel free to, you know, be in the stream and check out all the moves that we're using and punish them correctly. Like I said, we're just trying to create situations that you can't really get out of. Bug Tear is one of those situations where you still got to eat the Bleak Wind, right? And Bug Tear is not grass, so you're actually going to take a Surging Strikes. And he protects to block the Bleak Wind. Great play. Yeah, that's good. But that's still a lot of damage. Like you can't. We're trying to create situations that they can't deal with. So Citrus is actually really clutch on that. I like that. Citrus on that sort of Bug Tear Heatran set is nice. But it's still going to be double tap next turn. And we should be able to break the Flutter here with our Torn. Hopefully, definitely, maybe. Oh, yeah, Icy Wind. Good play. Takes out our Torn. Never lucky. So we don't even get the KO on the Flutter main over there. On Fort. Okay, so what are we coming in with here? Rain is now donezoed, too. Maybe Flutter, maybe Dragonite? I like Flutter here. Flutter's fine. Yeah, it sucks that their Flutter hit a double protect on earlier on in the game, but it is what it is. So Moonblast locks this up. Surge Strikes locks this up. It's the best play that we have. Let me think how I want to handle this, though. Because I know you have a Rilla there somewhere. Okay. Let's see what happens. Protect? Oh, man. You know what? You know what's the thing about Protect? Protect is really good unless, like... Unless you read that they protect and you hit the thing with protect with your Urshifu. Yeah, that's always a thing that's not that great. Cool. Alright, Flutter's down. Heatran's down. Terra's down. We still have a good third Pokemon in the back. They have Flutter, Okidogi, what is that? Ogerpon, Pow, like, what is that? Rilla in the back. There's the Shenpao. Shenpao Rilla would be a little bit dicey, but not the end of the world. And it's Ogerpon. All right. That is definitely an issue for us. Now, I really like what they did. I'm not gonna say anything. They're still here, so it's like I'm not gonna say anything, man. Yep. Isn't this fun interactive stream? Alright, so I pivoted my Dragonite here. And the reason we did this is because a couple turns ago, they put up an Icy Wind on my Ursh while my Tailwind was still active, so this is like playing around that. Sacred Sword my what was that slot. And then even if you ran in with like a wood hammer or something stupid, like an ivy cudgel, like whatever, anything, like we still ate that. Like the value is still there. So they ignored our Flutter main. Let's see if we can get out of this one. Let's see it. Big damage into Ogre Pawn. Sword of Ruin. E-Speed. Oh! Sword of Ruin's so good! So good! Sword of Ruin. And then they want to speed tie versus my Flutter. But they don't hit the Flutter. They hit the Dragonite. They get tapped by the Moonblast. And that's game for Ursh in the back. Cool, we won. Whoo! Dude, feels great, man. Feels great. Love to see it, yo. We take those. Cool. Special attack drop for the GGs. Awesome. And we take this one out here. Moonblast. Surging Strikes. Yeah, getting that big KO with the E-Speed was massive for that one. The Sword of Ruin really, really helped us out in that situation. And we take those wins all the way to the bank with big Ursh in the back. So, love to see it. Wins up.